Yeah, let's take it back to two turntables and a mic. Riggedy rip the microphone straight. That's the only way they're gonna hear you. Fresher than fresh. Two turntables and a mic. Riggedy rip the microphone straight.
Under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight we get you set for Cactus League action between the LA Dodgers and the Indians. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Yeah, Matty, you've got to keep an eye on Yasiel Puig. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Carlos Carrasco, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, Carlos Carrasco, power arm, big-time slider, great velocity, 94 to 96 miles an hour, but the powerhouse slider is his signature pitch. Has a changeup, but if he has that good slider, he could be really, really tough to hit.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians' defensive setup today. And guys, can we lock in on the Gold Glover at third base? I've played this position. You got to do so many things. I mean, you have to have just the quickest hands, reacting on one-hop liners. You have to have the ability to take away the bunt, a la Adrian Beltre and Nolan Arenado. You better have a backhand, and not only that, you better have a strong throwing arm.
So stepping in, Andrew Toles. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. From the stretch. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
First pitch, 6:05.
1-1 to the Dodgers leadoff man. This pitch is popped up. Mejia waits on it. He's got it one away.
Batting second, the third baseman, Justin Turner.
Ready now, Justin Turner. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco. He's a .333 hitter. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Kipnis is there. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Here comes the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
You know, D-Row, I think Jerry Hillsdale is a very good hitter's umpire. Doesn't give much on the edges. He's going to make you put the ball over the plate.
Oh, I love me some Jerry Hillsdale. You have to come over those 17 inches. He ain't giving you anything on the outside corner, and that's the way it should be.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. Now Corey with a swing and a deep drive to right. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo home run for Corey Seager. And the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning. But he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
batting fourth.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder, Cody Bellinger. No balls and a strike to count. 1-1 to the Dodgers first baseman. One and two, here it comes. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing. North-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. But the Dodgers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 1-0 LA. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Clayton Kershaw gets the start for Los Angeles in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, take a look at that career ERA in the low 2s. Not an easy thing to do in the day of smaller ballparks and guys hitting a lot of home runs. One thing he does, he stays away from the barrels of the bats. And if he continues to pitch like that, he's going to have his way with a lot of teams. It'll be interesting and fun to watch him in this one here today.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. And there's one away.
The second baseman,
stepping into the box, Jason Kipnis. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Nope.
3-1. Swing, strike two.
Oh, he's got that beautiful 12-6 curveball, doesn't he? It's part of what makes him as good as he is, and he has a lot of confidence in it. He'll even throw it behind an count at times.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
No one aboard for him, and two gone here in the first. The windup and the 0-1. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. High in the air down the right field line. On the move is Puig. Into the corner, he makes the catch to end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. And now is Yasiel Puig. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco. He's 0 for 5. Bat explodes as this is popped up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And it's fouled away. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. So the bases are empty with one man gone. And into bat next, the utility man extraordinaire, Marwin Gonzalez. 0-1 the count. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Dodgers have the early 1-0 advantage as we play the second. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping forth is the left fielder, Matt Kemp. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A bouncer up the middle. Backhanded. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. On now to the bottom of the second. Dodgers out in front, 1-0. Edwin Encarnacion now. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw. He's 2 for 3. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Puig giving chase. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. First offering on its way. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Hey, he got away with that one right there. If he's going to live up there, spinning it up top of the zone, he's going to get hurt.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Well, we all know he's going to get strikeouts when he's on the mound. It's kind of his thing. The key for the offense is to actually make them work for him. So that 3-pitch see you later isn't going to help very much.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike taken up in the zone. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Kershaw gets the sign. 0-2 on its way. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2. Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Mateo leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Blackman behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, that's case in point right there. He thought that was going to hollow out his rib and ended up being a strike.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
1-2.
Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Back in standing. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
High set by Kershaw. Now the pitch. Still 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 left for the Tribe. They trail this one 1-0. That'll bring in Austin Barnes as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Barnes.
He's set and the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
1-1.
A ball and a strike now. Ground ball right side to his right, Thames, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Batting 9, the second baseman.
Digging in, Tim LeCastro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Stays alive. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more is taken high above the zone.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
Oh, and he's going to get rung up on a curveball, and that looked like a questionable strike at best. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Andrew Tolles is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. This is pulled into right. But he will close fast out there in right field as he comes on to put it away, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers, but they lead it 1-0. Standing in, Eric Thames, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Baseman, Eric.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Into the box, Francisco Mejia. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Indians still in search of their first hit of the ball game.
Nope.
A ball and a strike.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
And he fouls this one off. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So here's Francisco Lindor now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. No balls and 1 strike.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. 2 out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. Kershaw looks in. Here's the 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes, the count to Francisco Lindor.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikes. Mike Clevenger will come on and get some work as he makes his 2nd appearance so far this spring. At the plate, Justin Turner. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit high and deep to right center. Blackmon on the move.
Turner.
And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And up next, the former All-Star shortstop, Corey Seager. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 1 run, just 1 hit. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2. Too high. 1-2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Stepping in now, Cody Bellinger. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 1 run, just 1 hit. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And he takes a cold strike 1. Past history with Mike Clevenger. He's 1 for 4. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1. Now the 2-1. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Full count to Bellinger. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a hot shot toward third. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here. Looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
In now, Yasiel Puig, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Here now the 0-2. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Arizona and spring training baseball after this.
You say you're trying to reach the sky. You can do it. All it takes is time.
Kenta Maeda is out from the bullpen now as he'll work in his 3rd game so far this spring. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
And that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Previous head-to-head matchups with Kenta Maeda, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Ball and no strikes, the count to Jose Ramirez. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Two and 1 to Jose Ramirez.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
The 2-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
The 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Tolles. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Edwin Encarnacion. And he's obviously one of the most dangerous hitters around, the reigning American League MVP. First pitch of the at-bat. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Boy, something you don't see very often. You got a guy that can run at first base. Normally you'll see a hitter try to take a pitch or two deep to give that guy a chance to steal a bag.
You know, it's funny you say that, Dan, because coming up in those situations, you want to give the guy a chance, but you also realize that that guy wants to give his catcher a chance, so you're probably getting a piece of cheese.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a slider well off the plate. An easy take there. Slider finds the zone for a strike.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
To second for 1.
The batter, the right fielder, Hayden Mateo.
Striding in once again, Hayden Mateo, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's a look over to first, and he's back in standing. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Hey, I have no problem with that take right there. Reliever coming in, you haven't seen this guy for a while. Gives yourself a chance to calibrate what he's got.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. A pause and the 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up onto first, and the Tribe are held in check as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. It remains 1-0. Tom Nicholson enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Now pitching for the Indians, number 23.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. First offering on its way.
The designated hitter.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well. A ball and 2 strikes now. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. More trouble waiting on deck in the person of Matt Kemp. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Mateo. 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Now at the plate, Matt Kemp. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. That finds the zone, a called strike. And that's cut on and missed by Kemp as they move ahead of him now 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Called strike at the letters, 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Barnes, a California-born ball player. He was a 9th-round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Brock come on now and take the ball for the 4th time this spring. Stepping up to the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Blackmon, or Chuck Nasty as he's commonly referred to. He was taken in the 2nd round during the 2008 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Into the box, Eric Thames. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Misses for the 2nd ball.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
And that misses for ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out. So striding in, Francisco Mejia, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from 2nd with a base hit into the outfield. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Trying to give himself up here, but this is foul, so the runners will return. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Blackmon at 2nd. Thames at 1st with no outs. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a liner. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. Drilled down the line. No hits to this point. A 1 pitch on its way. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Stepping in now, Jason Kipnis, as he'll take a look at ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here. So the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Strike swinging. Timing a little off on that one.
Hey, it's looking like he might be able to get out of this one after giving up 2 singles early.
A bouncer to the left side, fielded cleanly, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Indians strand a couple. They're down 1-0. Now at the plate, Tim LeCastro. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Inner third let go. It's a called strike. Liner towards second. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And moving into bat next will be the speedy Andrew.
He's good.
He's running. And this one's in the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. From the stretch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Too high, 1-2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Just hung in there on that one. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
0-1.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
The 1-1. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. LeCastro, the runner at second with 1 away. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Ready with another 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. The 2-2. Drilled to the right side. And that is into right field. A base hit. And some trouble now in right field. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Many guys fall victim to the breaking ball and want to get out in front of it, and they end up rolling it over to the pull side. Batter was able to execute, stay inside, keep his hands back, and drive it the other way.
Corey Seager will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
No.
Off speed pitch, just missed inside. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
Boy, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Hit hard on the ground to the right. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here to that ball found.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately, not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
No balls and a strike to count. Ground ball sent back up the middle. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Walker Buehler from the bullpen here as he'll be making his 5th appearance this spring training. Ready for another shot now. Jose Ramirez. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
1-2, here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. The next 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Payoff pitch one more time. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
The batter, number 10.
So one gone in the inning for Edwin Encarnacion.
Encarnacion.
Here comes the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Waiting on it is Tolles. 2 down.
For Cleveland.
Standing in, Andrew Benintendi. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nothing. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the seventh. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Ryan Lima is on the pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fastball called for strike 2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. Hit in the air out to center field. Therefore it is Blackmon, and he's got it for the first out.
The batter, number 9. Designated
now at the plate, Marwin Gonzalez. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. And that misses for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run.
Wow, he really hit that ball well. Put a great swing on it with great extension, and it sailed right out of here.
So here's Matt Kemp now.
Now batting, left fielder.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. 1-1 the count now.
Nope.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Stepping in, Austin Barnes. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. In for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's popped up. Lindor onto the grass. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yimi Garcia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home
number
seventh.
63.
Leading off the inning, Hayden Mateo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And this one runs a little too far in, ball two. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone, count full now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And that misses, ball four. It's a leadoff walk to start the home seventh.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. From the stretch, low for ball one.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now. Eric Thames is on deck. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting out at his toes. And that's the first out of the inning. Striding in for the Indians, Eric Thames. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Mateo, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in the catcher, Francisco Mejia. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Indians leave 1. They trail in this one 3-0.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
Next for the Dodgers, Tim LeCastro. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
0-1's the count.
And that's in there for a strike. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Tim LeCastro is retired to kick off the inning. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Oh, don't know what happened there, but he missed it.
He's safe.
And he's safe. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7.
Turner.
Runner at second now as a result of the error, and set to go as the third baseman, Justin Turner. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Runner at second here with 1 man out. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Count now, a ball and a strike. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
In now, Cody Bellinger. As he grounds one briskly to short, reined in on to first, and the Dodgers come up with nothing as that ends the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 3-0. Adam Liberatore is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Francisco Lindor. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Fouled off. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hard liner to center field. Coles has to run straight back, but he has it for the first out. Now to the plate, Jason Kipnis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat this. This is a huge half inning right here. They have to find a way to score a few runs. They do not want to face the closer needing 3 runs in the 9th. That means game over.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. 1 out, nobody on. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Back up. Oh, no, that got him. He's safe. A great recovery, but he couldn't get it there in time. And time now to see where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. 1-0 the count.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. 1-1 now to Encarnacion. Fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Jorge Cairo enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Into the box now, Yasiel Puig. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Benintendi is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
The bat, number 9.
Next will be the designated hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Swing and a line drive. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
At the plate, Matt Kemp, 0-for-3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And it's fouled away. Cairo has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself. And this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
To 1-2 now. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Weak grounder down the line at third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Kenley Jansen. Ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Coming to the plate now, Andrew Benintendi. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Popped him up. Turner is there for it. 1 down.
Right fielder.
Digging in now, Hayden Mateo. He's set and the pitch. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Now the 0-1. Line toward the gap in left center. A dive and oh, he can't hang on. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and into bat next the big time RBI man Charlie Blackmon. First pitch of the at bat on its way. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. In line for the victory is Clayton Kershaw should the lead hold. Now the 1-0. Skied into straightaway right. Puig's got a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Settling in now, Eric Thames. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Jansen's ready. Here's the first pitch. And a ball 1-0. Ready with the 1-0. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
2-1 to the Indians' first baseman. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. He's got it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Well, folks, that's what Kenley Jansen does. When he enters the game, the hopes of the other team, they usually just leave. Slams the door again right here.